I forgot this is where I do these reviews. Good day everyone, Dr. Blob here. So, seeing how Arknights Perishing Frost opening is out, and that my video analyzing the previous opening wasn't claimed by a certain modder's basement, I think it is safe to do another one of these. However, something to point out from the get-go. This OP is far different than the previous one. While Alive at Renoa was meant to entice the viewer to this new, bleak yet hopeful world, Aching Pulse by Myth and Roid is meant to get viewers excited for the incoming conflict chapter 4 to 6 are known for. And that isn't just me talking of the wazoo. Hypergriff made sure you knew this song was made with that very intention in mind. So get hyped everyone! Just get some tissues on the ready. Because of this opening isn't as mysterious as before, especially for those who know what is to come. But still, there is nothing wrong with pointing out the events hinted at in the opening. Also, friendly reminder, this will be laced with spoilers from A to Z, so if you come in without playing the game, I will highly recommend you watch the anime first. And while you're at it, hop into the game. It is a great experience, 11 out of PTSD. Now with that out of the way, let us start. This is my analysis of Perishing Frost OP. We start with a gentle snowfall, fitting for who I believe will be the recurring antagonist of this season, punctuated by the title card being slowly whited out by ice. However, I think this is also a hint for both the final moments of the season and a very important part from the next arc, revolving around a certain Aegis of the infected. This is then followed by Amiya coming out of a haze with a somewhat lost expression, no doubt coming from her last experience fighting one of Reunion's leaders. However, it is also worth pointing out how the snow takes a more prominent shine, as if to dispel the shadow of doubt surrounding Amiya, whose expression changes slowly from doubt to awe at the sight in front of her, reflecting how by the end of the season, Amiya's resolve will be strengthened after facing Frost Nova. Next comes a slide of fast scene of Lugmen finest getting ready to protect their city. Hoshiguma making point alongside some members of the LGD, while Sawyer coordinates the preparation for the conflict to come. Something to point out is how these short scenes are shot. Hoshiguma is shown in a standard pan, depicting how she is by far the more calm and level-headed member of the LGD trio. Sawyer on her end is shown from the bottom up, emphasizing her position as one of Lungmen's elite. Yet the slight dodge angle depicts how, despite all her power and preparation, the current events still take her by surprise. Regardless, she keeps marching forward. Unlike Officer Chen, who is shown to be stationary and covered in shadows, her eyes glazing to the side as if to look for guidance, only to find her sword, Xixiao, unresponsive, hinting at the moment in the story where she tries to make use of the sword, yet it ends up denying her. Another thing to show is how Xixiao is located at the driver's seat, as to indicate that Chen is nothing but a passenger in the events transpiring during Reunion's invasion, something she reluctantly agrees to as he too gets into defending Lungmen, which will be needed as a group of Reunion members enjoy themselves in senseless violence and destructions, while a prominent twat enjoys the show, not too dissimilar as to how he created chaos in the streets of Ursus just for the heck of it. Yet, we can see that behind him is Faust, face looking away from Said Carnage and Ace out of frame, signifying how disgusted he is by his friend's actions, yet still staying by his side as penitence, shown by how close he is to him regardless. Crown Slayer then walks into scene while covered by a smokescreen, an allusion to her arts, while covering her mouth, a skull ever present on her face. This could signify one of two things, either how she is also looking in disgust at the pointless violence, or, most likely, that she just found the target she has been looking for since last season. Then, we see some darkness seep into frame, slowly slithering as it covers the whole screen. This could also reflect multiple things. First, the Oreopathy slowly eating away at Frost Nova's body, as her tired face is the next thing we see once the corruption is over. But could also point out at either how Reunion slowly slip into Lungmen, or how a black force has slowly slithered their way into their movement. Returning to Frost Nova, we see a close-up of what appears to be some random pieces of ice thrown about, which could be the result of her putting down Mephisto's fire back in Ursus, as one of the establishing shots locates her in the apartment complex where said event took place. However, those could also be her memories of the last moments she lived in the Originium mines, where she discovered the full potential of her arts. Again, supported by the short appearance of Patriot right after. Another rapid fire of scenes take place, starting with the aforementioned Patriot, the Toad's fire, the result of the catastrophe meteors which hit Chernobyl, some very specific flowers which won't be relevant until a couple of seasons, a rat reminding us that nothing happened in the sewers, and Wei Jingwu and his wife talking with some unseen guest, while some unknown package/document sits at the table, probably hinting at the hard choice the chief had to make in order to protect Lumen from a bigger foe not shown in this opening. Though to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. If someone else has an idea, I'm all ears. Ending with a shot of Amiya finally looking out of the shadows, as some ice crystals shatter around, signifying the start of hostilities, which are promptly followed by a couple of action scenes depicting the main characters of this arc. Funnily enough, neither Chien nor Blaze are shown making use of their weapons. In Sear's case, I can see it as it keeps the theme regarding Shixiao, though Blaze's case could just be rule of cool. But then we go back in time, to the events which transpired in Chernobyl, where Meteorite, Jessica and Frostleaf face a reunion, only to be abruptly cut by a literally side-glancing Greythroat, which seems to sneer and ignore their struggle as she goes back to her target, pointing out that her starting character as someone distant and downright despot towards the infected. Reaching the climax of the opening, we see Amiya being pushed away, Frostnova and her arts towering over her with violent intent as the Yeti Squadron appears into a frozen scene in foreboding fashion. Yet they are the only reunion team who are actually close together with a warm color filling their faces, a sharp contrast with the horde of faceless guns shown so far and a hint at the Yeti's actual personalities beyond the Tundra Warriors. As ice crystals keep flying, we get but a glimpse of the biggest monster of the story while being flanked by two of the best characters in the show, signifying how Crown Slayer will literally bite way more than she can chew once she catches on with her prey. On another short scene, we catch a glimpse of a certain teddy bear, the very same one Misha taught the kids in the slums how to make, now being in Jen's hands, signaling how, despite its meaningless appearance, Misha's gift ends up reaching someone. Returning to our dear daughter, we see her being overwhelmed by Frostnova's sheer power. Just as she's about to become an ice pincushion, we are briefly cut by the one-time Dr. and Yelena spoke to one another, in which the Yeti Princess proclaims her alliance. Cutting back to Amiya, who seems to still lack resolution, yet still manages to charge an attack, fighting for the slightest chance of success. Success which the Doctor made a possibility, showing how despite how little they appear in the story, their impact is what drives everyone, and more specifically Amiya, forward. Coming to an end, just as we started, with snow falling down as ash. As mentioned before, this opening was made to promote the action the previous season lacked, and hopefully helps to bring more eyes into this story. After all, it is well known that the story gets good once Chapter 4 kicks into gear. I won't deny I am surprisingly excited for the incoming season, dusting off my Crunchyroll account just to enjoy it as soon as possible. Of course, I also admit that the possibility of this anime being lukewarm once more is very real, so all I can do is wait and watch. But what do you think? Do you think this anime shows more promise thanks to the opening alone? Or were you able to see something I couldn't? Be sure to share it in the commentaries down below. For now, this has been Ductablab, thanking you all for your time, and again humbly asking for a like, share and subscribe, as this month is going to be busy, and I wouldn't want you to lose any of it. After all, it is a month to die for. What the fudge? Anyway, so until next time, stay healthy everyone. Seriously, what's wrong with the power? I paid this month for sure. Cut it out!